I want to welcome you. This is Dee Dee Rice. If anybody that's, I'm sure you all know my voice. And I want to absolutely thank you for taking the time. Before we get started, I also want to welcome April Olette and Debbie King. They are here as our subject matter experts when it comes to the registration system and the process, as well as troop support. And just as we did on our last call, I asked for a volunteer to help take notes with me. I do my best, but I do, sometimes get into the conversation and forget that I'm supposed to be taking notes. So if anybody would be willing to take notes, and then we'll get together and combine them, and I'll get them out to everybody after the webinar. So you have a chat box that you can type in questions. So I've anticipated over 20 attendees. So they may or may not come on. If they don't, I guess we can all talk. But if we are many of us, then I want to stick to keeping us muted. You can chat in the box, ask questions, make comments. There's also, I hope, you see an icon with a hand. And that is, if you want to speak, you raise your hand and I can unmute you. I still keep everybody else muted. I think that's it for now. We'll go ahead and I will let April talk. I hope, April, you're there because I can't hear you.
I'm here. Do you want me to talk a little bit about this while we wait for?
Sure.
Okay. So our early registration has been open since April 15th, and it's going until June 30th for girls to earn the incentives. And the incentives this year are girls will receive a patch, and the troop will receive $2 per girl up to $30 back to their troop account that can be used to pay for adult membership or whatever the troop chooses. Cookie dough has been mailed out to families, and as a reminder, girls can use their cookie dough towards their 2017 girl membership. So $30 of their cookie dough can go toward their membership. Girl Scouts of the USA is working with councils and vendors with any online membership registration errors. Oh, is that April?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. Yay! I'll let you take over.
Sorry, I could not hear any of the beginning, so I'm not sure what was said.
I just left off talking about cookie dough, so you can pick up after the cookie dough piece.
Okay. All right. So definitely, yes, girls can use their cookie dough. So they can just submit the paper registration form. And the form can be found right on the website. If you go to dsgwm.org and go to forms, you can find the 2017 membership registration. And they need to be mailed right directly to the Bedford office. Online membership registration. The best method, online registration, gets the girls directly into the opportunity that they want for the 2017 membership year. Families and troop leaders should have gotten a login from Girl Scouts of the USA for their login. If the logins have been misplaced, they can definitely contact our customer care team and we can get those reset for you. And now the screen is changing on me here. Okay. So with online registration, we're going through our new database system. So it is a different login from our prior eBiz registration. And again, our customer care team is taking care of all of those login questions. There are some system glitches. We're working with GSUSA and our vendors to get those resolved. So if you have any challenges, give us a call. If you're a troop leader and you're logging in and your troop roster doesn't look right, just let us know and we'll take care of those as they come across them. We're trying to fix them back office as quickly as possible, but let us know too if you see things that look funny.
Is that it? I wonder if anybody is having any issues or problems, in their communities with the registrations.
Because cookie dough just recently went out in the mail, I haven't seen a lot of 2017 membership registrations. There's been a handful, But I'm thinking once cookie dough goes out, it's going to trigger people hopefully to start registering for 2017 and looking at the rosters and encouraging their girls to think about next year.
Okay. I'm showing Sue Barry's hand is raised. So Sue, I've unmuted you. Did you have a question?
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
We can. Welcome.
Oh, welcome. I didn't want to use the computer because there's too many people in my living room, so I was trying to use the phone. And then I didn't know how to talk. So thank you for doing that for me.
You're welcome. And that's it?
So I need to register myself because I think that will spur because some other people could do it. So I will try to do that as soon as possible. I know a lot of people right now are trying to register for camp, and they seem like that's the first step right now with cookie dough, and then they're going to sort of think about registering for next year. But a lot of people don't have that as an immediate right now in their mind, and I'm trying to encourage them.
Well, I think we lost April again. I think you're right. You know, it's far from their minds, but if you can, yeah, set the tone and model for them. You know, it's good to register now and save their spot. As we said in the CEI presentations, it's so important for all our members to re-register by September 30th. The new system will open up slots for leaders, for volunteers, for girls, as of October 1st. So if there's people, you know, families, girls trying to get into a troop, they could take a slot that was a girls today or a volunteers. I don't know. Maybe, Debbie, you know more?
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the question again? What was the...
Sue was talking about her registration and that it's far from everybody's minds, and so nobody is really participating in early registration. And I talked about the slots that as of September 30th open up for all the
Right.
folks. And so we really encourage them to do it now. Don't wait. But if they don't make it for early registration, at least don't wait till September 30th.
Absolutely. And really encouraging girls to take advantage of the incentives. That in itself is a way to kind of promote registering earlier. Because if they wait and register after that June 30th date, they're going to miss out on the patch and the incentive for the troop. So it's an opportunity to get some money back for the troop. That's like 2 fall product items for every girl in your troop. Hey, take advantage of it. So encourage leaders to encourage the girls. And troop leaders can use troop funds as long as the girls have made that decision in their budgeting. The troop can use their funds to early register. So I know for my troop, that was part of our cookie sale budget. We budgeted to pay for the girls to register themselves this coming year. So I'll be able to use troop funds and just register my girls. I don't have to worry about waiting on parents and their cookie dough needs. The troop has the money. We planned that.
And just like with Personify before, our online membership system does allow the troop leaders to email their entire troop and do reminders as well. So if you want to just, troop leaders want to send an email to their members to remind them to register early, they can do that again.
Okay. Thank you. I'm looking at comments. There's I see Jessie is saying somebody's hard to hear. I'm not sure if it's me or April or Debbie, but I'll sit closer just in case it's me. You can see my email. Great. I'm glad. I certainly want people to get a hold of me if they need to. And also, I think it's Maureen is saying that she has offered with her troop to pay half of the girls' membership if they do it this month, and that way it's only $15 per girl to join. It looks like they jumped at the opportunity. Good. So new girls, this is from Kim Lemire. So new girls and adults will not be able to add themselves to our troop prior to October 1st. I'm going to let Debbie or April answer that.
If there are open opportunities in your opportunity catalog, girls absolutely can join your troop anytime. It depends on how many available spaces are listed in your opportunity catalog for adults and for girls as to how many girls can go ahead and add themselves in. And that was something when we did the troop survey, asking troop leaders to let us know what you wanted for your description in your survey. I'm so sorry, background noise. So if you have spaces available, girls can go ahead and register in your troop.
Okay.
Did that help? Did you hear me?
I did. That was good.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to move on, hopefully. And Debbie, you're going to talk about renewing troop membership since we're on that subject.
Alrighty. So it really is very easy for troop leaders to go in and go ahead and renew their troop using their volunteer toolkit, and for every age level. They all have access to this piece of the new membership volunteer toolkit. When they go in under their membership, this is what they'll see. If they click on their troops, and you can see this is my troop, if they click on current year, you'll see the girls listed by name, participation status, renewal choice. If you want to go to the next slide, Dee Dee.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't know if I can do it or if you need to do it for me. And you'll see all the girls listed. You can see which girls didn't register for this year. So if you look at this troop, you can see there are 3 girls inactive. And then you'll see the girls that are registered currently in this troop, and it gives you the opportunity to renew. If you click the next year tab up at the top, you can see that, and it shows that these girls are available to renew. And when you click the renew button, it'll drop down, ask you if you want to renew them. You click the ones you want to renew. The next button will be continue. You click that, it'll ask if everybody accepts the promise and the law. You click that, and then it brings you to where you're able to pay for your troop to register. And it's very, very simple. We don't need parents to fill out any forms. We don't need anything signed. Troop leaders can just go ahead and get the girls registered. So it really is much, much easier for troop leaders to get girls registered for the new year. And also this is a way for a troop leader to see which girls haven't early registered. So if they're expecting parents to complete the process, they can look and see which girls have and haven't registered yet, so that they're able to follow up with those individual parents before the deadlines.
Okay. We have a couple of updates for you. The system that we're using here is scheduling for July 1st, 2016, this July, to update all grades for our girls. So they will all be going into the next grade level that they'll be in the fall, and it will show in the system. And I'm moving this toolbox. I'm sorry, I'm deviating from the webinar, but I'm moving this toolbox in front of me in the screen. I hope you don't see it. Debbie, do you see it?
I can see off to the side the next slide. So it is showing up for me, but I don't know about participants.
Okay. Let's hope they don't. Let's hope you're not seeing it, because I can't see the notes, so I want to be sure I'm not also blocking the view for you. So the VTK 2017 year plans, they will also be updated, and it will be available July 1st for you to see. The leaders, direct primary, must have an active membership, so for 2017, whether they're a new leader or returning, to see the new year plans. And if the troop will bridge to the next grade level, their troop descriptions will also need to be updated. How that happens, I was not able to get the answers. I think from the phone calls, maybe that's a way, the spring calls that troop support has been conducting right now, maybe that's a way to get the troop descriptions and the opportunity catalog up to date, or I think the troop themselves can see and maybe let us know. I don't think they have access to actually change it. Is that correct, Debbie?
I'm not sure with that. I didn't have the opportunity to play around with that piece of it yet. So that's something we can look into. If we have to, we could also do like we did as we were setting up the opportunity catalog and do a survey and get leaders' feedback. I believe when the survey went out, it asked for description information for this current year and also for the next membership year. So we may already have some of that information from the people who followed up on the survey.
Okay. What will the troop leader direct primary see? They'll see the plan library of options reflective of their new program grade level, and the actual look and feel will remain the same. The previous year plan will go into an archive. A troop leader will have the ability to toggle between previous and current. A year plan archive is a new functionality, and that is also scheduled for July 16th or July 1st, 2016. What they won't see is troops where grades has more than one value selected. So if it's a multi-level troop, they won't see the change. And troops where if they have, I think you know more than I do, you see it more often, Debbie, but if they have selected multi-grade or then number 7,
what happens with multi-level troops, they don't see any specific age level in the volunteer toolkit. So what we've been talking with our troop leaders that do have multi-age troops is to ask them to pick one age level. So look at which age level they feel they can best utilize volunteer toolkit, pick that age level, and then they're able to utilize at least that one age level. So that's what we've been working with them on.
Okay. Thank you, ladies, for letting me know that my toolbar is not blocking your view. I appreciate that. And then I'm going to, there's a couple of questions being posted here. I can't believe we are in listen only. I would like to talk. I understand, and if you, I think if you join late, there is a raise your hand option. So if you wanted to ask a question and speak, I can unmute you so that you can do that. And if you don't see the icon, maybe we are in a different platform. But because we have so many on the call, it would be difficult to have everybody unmuted. So if you, okay, somebody's raised their hand. Hold on, let me get through these other questions real quick. Nisha's many troops in Community 253 have true debit card, which means there is no Visa MasterCard capabilities. How can troops get to the discount if the parents have to use, oh, I missed it, a credit card? Is there a PayPal option?
Not that I'm aware of. What troop leaders can do, if you go to Walmart, you can get, they have their green dot cards, which are a Visa card. You basically can take the troop funds, put them on that prepaid Visa card. I think it's like $3 to set it up. And you can use that to register your troop. It works just like a Visa MasterCard. I've used those in the past and they work really well.
Okay.
So that's just one option.
Okay. Maureen is saying that when she went to search for a troop for her daughter, she was not able to see any descriptions except for day of the week, place of meeting, but no description.
The troop may not have given us a description, so I know that we were working on putting in the standard description if the troop leader didn't give us anything customized. So it may be that situation.
Okay.
If she provides us the troop number, we can reach out to that troop and get that updated.
Okay. Maureen is saying that she put in a description for it.
Okay. If you let us know, we'll follow up and see why the description didn't come up.
Okay, and now I have a hand raised. Let me find it. This is new technology for me. Here's this hand. Isn't it a wonder handy dandy hand? Well, I guess nobody did. Okay. Moving on. You're back on the volunteer toolkit, Debbie.
Okay. So for anybody who doesn't have their own troop or hasn't had the opportunity to check out the volunteer toolkit, I just wanted to give you just a sample of what troop leaders see so that if they start talking to you or asking you questions as their VSC, you have a little bit of that information. So all leaders can access their volunteer toolkit by going to the yellow MyGS tab on our website. If for some reason they forgot their password or their username should be whatever email they use in our system. They can always email customer care, and customer care will reset them quickly. They're phenomenal. For Daisy through junior age level troops, again, like I said, that multi-age level, they need to pick one. So once an age level is assigned for Daisy through juniors, they will have the option of 4-year plans. 2 are journey year plans. So there's 1-year plan for the It's Your Story Tell It series, 1 for the It's Your Planet Love It series, and then they have 1 plan that's either Daisy Petal or a Brownie or Junior Badge year option. In addition, it'll have a customize your own year plan that you can basically pull all the activities from the other 3 year plans and mix and match to make a year plan that works for your troop. For Cadet Senior and Ambassador troops, you have the opportunity to create your own meeting plans based on what the girls choose to do, which, again, going back to looking at our older girls, really they should be doing more of the planning. It should be much more girl-led, so it really is flexible for what those older girls are looking to do. So, next. So when you're actually looking at your MyGS, you're looking at the volunteer toolkit, this is what a troop leader sees. You have the My Troop tab, which we'll get to later. When you look at the year plan, this is the year plan that we started with for the 3 Cheers for Animals. It's the It's Your Story Tell It Journey for Daisies. And each meeting is listed, the meeting date is there, you put in your own dates, you put in where you want to meet, and it'll give you basically a whole year of meeting plans, which is great. So next page. Thank you. When you actually click on one of those meetings, so I clicked on one of the meetings, and this is what you'll see. It gives you a breakdown of what you'll need for planning materials. It gives you a way to email parents, also to record attendance and achievements, which I'll show you. It gives you meeting aids. Next. Further down, it'll give you a meeting agenda, and it tells you all the different parts of the meeting. You can change the time frame on this. They're all set up to be an hour and 30-minute meeting. You can change the times to make it an hour meeting or add in additional activities to make it a longer meeting. My troop doesn't do snacks, so we delete the snack from the meeting. In addition, you can mix and match. If you would rather do the team animal mural at the end of your meeting and do snack at the beginning of your meeting, you can move the activities to wherever you want them in the order that'll work for your troop. So when you actually click on one of these meeting activities, this is what you'll see. It pulls up a whole agenda. It gives you all the materials that you need. It walks you through the steps of what the girls are going to do. It tells you what to say. Further down, so next slide. Thank you. I don't know, can I click next slide? Let me see if I can do it myself. No, it isn't letting me click. I need you to click.
Okay.
There we go. So further down, it'll continue to tell you things to say, and it also gives you some tips to keep it girl-led, which for me, making sure the girl-led piece is still part of the program, I love this. And again, it's like everything we've had in the past. They make it easy, so especially those new leaders don't have to reinvent the wheel or think outside the box. It's pretty much done for you, but if this doesn't work for you, again, you can go in, change it, customize it, really make it whatever's going to work for your girls. So next slide. Going back to how I told you about recording attendance and achievement, when you click on that, so next slide, it'll pull up all the girls in your troop. You can click every meeting, who was there, and when there's a meeting where girls are actually going to earn insignia, you can click off that those girls have earned it. So no more record-keeping forms, no more spreadsheets to try to remember. It's all in here for you to go back and access anytime you need it. So next one. In addition, troop leaders can use the volunteer toolkit to email their troop members and keep parents informed of what's happening. So next slide. When you go under that My Troop tab, it'll list all the girls in your troop with their parent's name, their email addresses and phone numbers for a quick, easy snapshot. But next slide. When you click on an individual girl, it not only gives you what you saw on the first page, but it gives you their date of birth, their age, address, who's that secondary person. It'll list what did they accomplish, what meetings did they attend. So really this is your snapshot of everything you need to know about the girls in your troop. So next slide. And then the email meeting reminder inside of each meeting, it gives you this option to email a meeting reminder to parents. So next, when you click on that, what you will see is it tells you it's going to email all the parents and caregivers. You can add in if you wanted to CC to yourself or to someone else. It will give you this whole scripted email that it will send to parents that you can customize. So you can see the beginning of it, hello Girl Scout families, here's the meeting information. When you look at the next slide, it shows you further down. It gives you ways to get help from family and friends. It can give you things that people can bring and share. The awards, the meeting, it gives them specifics about the meeting so parents can't say, I didn't know they were doing that at this meeting. It's all here for them. Next. Oh, and it did sign it for you, so it does sign it with your name and your phone number. In addition to that, down the bottom of that email, it gives troop leaders a way to attach forms that they may want to share with their girls. So if it's during cookie season, you've got the goal getter card. If it's the beginning of the year and you need girls to fill out their health history form, it's there for them. So all those things that are on our website under forms, you can have access to attach to emails for parents. So lots of information in there. You can delete as much as you want to, and you can add in anything that you need to customize it. But if new leaders want to send it as is, it's there for them.
I have a question about the health history.
Oh, good.
It came up in 2 other communities. If the health history form is there, can be shared with the families to fill out as part of, getting started for the year. Parents have access, or you need to send it to them?
Parents can have access on our website. They can always go to our website to find our forms. But in addition, this is just another way if parents are having trouble finding it or the leader wants to remind them that she needs that back, it's easy for the leader to just attach it to an email. The leader doesn't have to go and search for it on the website and try to attach it. It's here for them.
Good. Okay. I know that the parents have access as well to some minimal access to the toolkit. They don't have access to those resources there either?
No, this is the only time you can access resources through Volunteer Toolkit is through this email piece.
Okay.
Currently, the resources tab You can search for things, but it won't bring you to the resources we have on our website. It'll only give you what standard resources GSUSA put in the toolkit. And I know they're working on that, so we're hoping to see more flexibility with that moving forward.
Okay.
So next, so starting in the new membership year, actually July 1st, we're hoping to go live with the Finance tab. Currently, when troop leaders click on that, they'll see, oops, coming soon. We are going to be turning on that tab July 1st to give leaders that opportunity to finish up this year's paperwork in the format they've been using all year, turn it in by June 30th, which is the due date. July 1st, they can start tracking their finances through the Volunteer Toolkit. So really, this is their one-stop shop for everything they need. They don't have to have multiple forms, multiple ways to keep track of things. It's all done for them in Volunteer Toolkit.
Wonderful. We have Holly is asking a question. Can VSCs attach a community resource document somewhere, for example, meeting spaces in a certain community with contact information and specifics?
Currently, no. It would have to go up as a form on our website, and right now we're trying to keep track of the forms we have, so we're looking at things that wouldn't necessarily be community specific. They are council wide, so that would be something just to share with your volunteers in your community.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And this is you as well.
This is me too. All right, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see the notes, but I'm going to try.
Oh.
So moving forward, we want to keep our community team volunteers involved, and we really want them to continue to support our new and existing leaders at the community level, because the local boots on the ground, that local touch is so important. Currently, the GSLE coach, the new leader mentor, and the community learning coordinator positions have been there to support new and existing leaders. But with the changes to the way Salesforce has streamlined the process for new leaders, and the Volunteer Toolkit has made it easier for leaders to access the resources, we're really looking at the role of the GSLE coach, the new leader mentor, and the community learning coordinator, how those roles have changed. So in troop support, yeah, Dee Dee, I can't make notes go up. Can you? Please.
Volunteers made it easier for you.
Just go.
I can read.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So troop support work. There you go. Stop right there. Thank you. To do is reach out to those community volunteers and work with them to create a new role that will be able to provide troop support to our new and existing leaders. It could be troop support by age level. It could be just general troop support for new leaders, troop support for leaders changing age levels. Really, we know there's no one-size-fits-all for any community. So what I'm asking for all of you as VSCs, for the people who really know your teams, you know your communities, I'd love your feedback as far as how you see those valuable team members working to help support leaders moving forward. So how do we take the skills and the talents of those three positions and create a position to help provide that troop support at the community level? So if you can share some thoughts, ideas of what will work in your community, what you think your volunteers want to do, and what would help leaders, that would be fantastic. So type away, oh good, raised hands. I think I see raised hands.
All right.
Do you see that?
They're all, yes. Cheryl Hennefeld, go ahead.
Oh, hi. I can't type. There's no place for me to type. I would think the old CS, my first reaction, of course, I'm a slight reactionary person, but this is not community friendly as much as it might be. But that's okay. And I obviously know we have to find a new role, and that's changed. CLC. So I would think it would be great for us to meet in person and talk about these things and have like a little conference of some sort in the summer or sometime to to iron these things out.
Okay. And that's certain. Oh.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I mean, that's something we could look at. It's too bad. I think that would be a great thing for Farnsworth Weekend. I just don't want to wait that late into our new membership year to create this role and make sure those volunteers know we still need them. But we can see if that's something that's possible. Did we have anybody else raise a hand?
I don't see any, do you?
Okay, no.
Right, yeah, Nisha has a question.
Okay.
One moment. Okay, now I have, Sue DeSavo came in before Nisha. I have a very limited Holly. Mentor could be in charge of organizing a new volunteer meeting before troops start back up. Sue is saying, are we combining these 3 positions into one role?
That's what I want to hear from you about. I want to know what you think as VSCs, how you think it'll work within your communities, and then I want us to be able to all work together to look at how do we make this happen, and how do we help support those volunteers at the community level to support our troop leaders to provide the program to girls. So. And I know this is a lot to think about on the spur of the moment, so please feel free, email Dee Dee or myself, let us know your thoughts. So if you're not able to think of things tonight or you need a little time to process, please let us know.
I'm going to talk more on the next slide about the community positions, but I also want to, Nisha has a comment. I'm also the CLC, and what I do is provide enrichment services. So, I've lost her again. So I am available to teach, say, Brownie leaders, the in and out of letterboxing. I've done seminars on teaching geocaching and gone into troops. It's taking a moment to load here to give them hands-on experiences and instructions. I guess that's all I see a CLC, and these, one moment, positions are enrichment ALF positions, really.
I'm not sure how the CLC and the ALF positions are overlapping or connecting, but I think what you're doing in your community by providing those enrichment trainings, that's awesome. And that's, I could see that being part of the troop support. We're looking at how do we offer trainings too. So I think that kind of goes hand in hand with what we're looking for in troop support.
Okay. Cheryl also is recommending another maybe go-to meeting to have a discussion on this position.
Sure.
Okay.
That would, yeah, we could absolutely do something like that.
Okay. Well, thank you. So I am the bearer of good news about the GPC role, and it's a question mark. We don't know. Andy is working hard at it. I do know that the name has changed, so the role's changed, so there's a new name. Community Opportunity Manager, and she is aware that there may be some GPCs, soon to be comms, who may not be interested in the new role. So she's aware of that. The only thing I do know is they will be overseeing the opportunity catalogs. So maybe that's going to answer some of our questions about how do we get the descriptions updated. So maybe the comm is going to be overseeing something like that. We have our database, And of course, we know it's more real in the community of where everybody's at. So maybe still trying to oversee at the community level, making sure that our reports match what's actually live and happening in the community. So that's all I know about the role. There is a webinar that she's going to be holding on May 26th from 7 to 8. And we would love for VSCs to jump on. And if you wanted to invite other team members, you're welcome to do that. Get some more information. I'm sure that Sandy will have some more answers and the vision of where the GPC comm is now going. Any questions? I think we have one. No, they changed their mind. Want to remind everybody it's that time of year. Of course, you can thank people, thank your volunteers, thank one another anytime. But we want to remind you of the end of year awards that we often will see the nominations for. So the Newfound Treasure Award is new and is meant to be for that new volunteer that just has shined above and beyond, and award them the Newfound Treasure Award. The Volunteer of Excellence, also one that can be presented any time of the year and by the community team. And I believe the Newfound Treasure Award is also awarded by the community team. Linda Trust is still the woman to go to for your award, and she can turn the Volunteer of Excellence Award and the Newfound Treasure Award around within 24 hours. So if you're in a pinch, not a problem there. The board-approved awards, they do take a process to go through. There's the committee, the volunteers that reside on the board-approved awards committee that oversee all the nominations and the endorsement letters and make their recommendations to the board. And then they try to get the nominations on the board's agenda. So it does take some time, and we apologize that it doesn't happen for the end of the year when we think we need to be presenting these awards. And small tokens of appreciation. I saw at the VSC Facebook page, folks were posting what they were doing for leader appreciation. They were fantastic ideas. Same happens at the end of the year, small tokens. And if that's not something feasible for communities to do, we are able to do certificates. So if you want to do certificate of appreciations, we can have those drawn up and signed by the CEO and get them to you. So just let me know, and we'll do that. Do we have a question for Maureen? From Maureen. Facebook page? Question mark? Okay, the VSC Facebook page, yes, I believe after you and I met for your orientation, I sent you an invite. So I will try again. Make sure you get that. Not all VSCs are on it, so we still resort to old-fashioned email as well. Debbie, can you see the questions? I'm having a hard time.
I have to open up the thing, but I can do that because I'm not doing the slides. So let me go down.
Cheryl is
let's see.
We are already planning to have our monthly meetings. Okay, great.
Let's see. So someone asked, is there still a Torchbearer Award? Yes, there is, and actually the application for that is on our website. And so Cheryl had a question about the 5-year pins. I'm going to guess you mean the number 5, then there's the 10, then there's the 15, those number pins. I believe those are still available for purchase in our store. So if you're looking for those, they're still available. I'm pretty sure. I would have to check with the store to be sure about that.
Cheryl made a comment, they don't have a GPC. That is common in several communities, that there is not a GPC, soon to be a COM. And I'm not sure how that will be handled going forward. I know that a lot of staff members play the role in the absence of a GPC.
And then Cheryl also said those number pins used to be given by the council. It used to be part of our annual meetings, but we're not We've changed the way we do things, so that could definitely still be something that could be done on a community level as part of leader recognition. So, so that's definitely something to look into and talk with your community team about how you'd like to recognize those volunteers for the 5, 10, 15 years. They're not, Cheryl posted, I know, but it costs money. They are not that expensive. They're definitely doable. So, okay, that's.
Did we get through them all?
I think we got through them all.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. HX. Not sure what that means. Thanks.
I think that was a thanks. Yeah.
You're welcome. Okay. I'm sorry. Anybody have a raised hand? No. See, we're doing well. Okay. Background check. I have no way of telling you what Chris was telling me, so I've written it here and I have to read it. I apologize. So here we go. Hide my toolbar so I can read this. New volunteer background check deadlines. In our new volunteer systems with CEI, we've had to move the date of all volunteers' background checks. Moving forward, all background checks will expire on March 31st of the year their background check expires. So even if you completed it in November, it will expire March 31st. Whoops. Come back. Okay. Background checks are valid, still valid for 5 years, but with moving the date, you may be required to update your background check just a little earlier than usual. And that will happen, I think, just for this first year trying to get caught up. This is due to the renewal process and making sure everyone is up to date for the safety of the girls and adults and Girl Scouts before they renew their positions for the coming year. If you have any questions about this, give customer care a call and they will be happy to explain it further. Volunteer systems does future. So for example, if someone's background check expires October 3rd, 2016, the volunteer renews in June 2016, the system will recognize that they have a current background check and make them approved in the system. In order to volunteers that will expire within the background check expiration date would be moved back to 4/1 of the year their BC expires. I hope everyone understands this. This will make background checks expire March 31st. I think it was repetitive and I apologize. And force the volunteer to renew when they add a role to their membership. I know a lot of us had those questions of who's going to be watching it. The system will trigger the assurance link, and once they complete that part and are also a New Hampshire resident, they will be pushed into a special handling and sent to the New Hampshire State Doc. Hope that is clear as mud. All I know is everybody's going to expire March 31st of the year that they filled out the criminal background check or completed it.
All right, I'm looking at the questions, and Cheryl shared just that she's not happy about just of 19 So if you would like to talk, just raise your hand and we can take care of that. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions about background checks?
Is that just Cheryl? No? We look good?
I think we're good. I don't see any questions coming up, so good.
All right. Your reports, I know you've missed them. With Salesforce, we're able to build custom reports based on your needs. And so we need to know what are those needs. And I pulled up a sample. We sat down and said, well, let's try and figure out what do they need to know. And then you'll tell us yay or nay or what else you need. So here is a sample of what we tried to build real quick of a community report. It is just a snapshot, of course. And when you receive it, you would get the full, everybody that's registered. In the beginning, it's all your lifetime members. or registered adults that are not in troops, as well as individually registered girls. And then it starts to break it down by the troop level. You'll also see meeting locations. When we run the report, we can see it in a different format, but then we can download it and export it into an Excel spreadsheet and then send it to you in that format so that you are able to manipulate it any way you need to. So you need to know what your needs are, and I'm going to try something fun. I have created a poll with this great technology, and I'm hoping that it works. If not, you're going to have to email me what your needs are for your reports. So let me just open up this poll and see what happens.
And when you're done that, Cheryl has her hand raised.
Okay.
So. Yep.
Do you see a poll?
I see a poll.
Yay. So I'll give you a couple seconds to answer. How often do you need the full service unit community membership report? And I know some of you are on a phone and won't be able to do that. Certainly email me. I'm going to collect this for our data so that we can make sure that we're meeting your needs.
Holly did type in and say that it really depends on the time of the year.
Absolutely.
She said weekly in the fall, but twice a month later on. And Nisha also said depends on the time of the year. Peggy shared, I think in the beginning of the year up to cookie time weekly, and then up to twice a month would be fine. Nisha agrees with Holly. Maureen said weekly in the fall and monthly in the spring.
Perfect. And we were thinking the same thing. In the fall, needing it more often.
Yep,
Okay.
and Cheryl said it depends on the time of the year too.
Okay. So do you see the overall results of the poll?
I don't see any results yet. I just see the poll that's up on the screen.
Okay. It's ended, and now we are looking at 62% said monthly, 23% said twice a month, but I definitely agree. Oh, 13% said weekly, 60% monthly. So I definitely agree that the beginning of the fall is more important to have it on a weekly basis. So I lost my screen. There we go. Now I have one more. Hopefully it works. Was that fun? Okay. And I'm trying to find it. Here it's coming. It's slow. How often would you like to receive a criminal background check report? And here, hopefully you see it.
I see it, so it's up on my screen.
Wow.
Oh, Nisha's excited. She's like, oh, I don't even get that now. So I'm guessing that would be something that would be good to have.
Yeah. So 88% voted, and I know that we've got several volunteers at VSCs too on the call, on their phones, I'm sorry. So 57% said monthly, 14% bi-monthly, 14% once a year, 14% twice a year.
And Maureen shared it would be good if it could be included in the other report. So if there was a way to merge them.
That would be great. We'll see if we can make that work. I know our expert is not on the call, but I will share that with her. So if you're not able to give your feedback, please send me an email. I will collect it all and then pass this along and see what we can come up with. And we're looking, you know, at maybe mid-August starting those reports again, and we'll build them, maybe send you a sample again and see, does this do it? And then start a schedule of reports that will come to you. Well, thank you for taking the poll. I'm glad it worked.
Sue shared having the, nope, it just disappeared. Wait a minute. Let's see. Sue, having the expiration dates in the other report would make sense. I agree. And Nisha shared if the background check is needed, will the leaders be locked out of the system?
They will show as inactive, won't they? They'll show as suspended, and they won't be able to have access to perhaps like the toolkit, the volunteer toolkit. When we run our report, sometimes they don't show. I think Maureen was experiencing that with my first time running a report where some leaders were not showing up, and we found that they were not, two of them had background checks that were expired, and one was not in our system as a volunteer.
Okay. Maureen shared our community meets monthly, so having updated and accurate info each month is helpful. And Cheryl shared, I think we need to clarify what our roles are regarding background checks. This is an area I really do not want to know about.
Okay. Cheryl, please don't worry. We aren't asking anyone to conduct the criminal background checks, just giving you information on when a volunteer's their background check is going to expire. We can't allow anybody, and this is a state law, we can't allow anybody working with children without an up-to-date cleared criminal background check.
Okay, and she said okay.
Okay, good. Thank you.
And Maureen shared, yes, she had 2 expiring background checks in the autumn, so they disappeared from the approved leader list as of April 1st. So, yeah.
So we're hunting them down. Okay, so let me see if I can hide my toolbar again. We're almost to time, and I think we're coming to the end, so I'll go quickly as I can. I don't want to go over time, and then you tell me I don't do a good meeting. Training and
I just want to share, Holly just typed in, the GPC webinar is the same day as the COM one. That's because it's the same webinar, because the GPC position is going to transfer into the COM position. So, okay, sorry.
Thank you. Training and support currently is provided for the VSC, CAC, GPC/COM, and the CPS. Volunteer support coordinator, community accounting coordinator, girl placement coordinator, soon to be community opportunity manager. Am I saying it right? And the community product sale coordinators. So we do provide the support and the orientation training for those positions. And I would say, just like you were talking earlier about the DLC, the GLC, I'm sorry. Yeah, what are they called? Girl Scout leadership.
Experience coaches, the coaches.
Coaches, the mentors, the CLs, all of those positions that you have is based on the need in your community. And we can certainly give you the support that you need, but their support should be coming now from their community teams. And, they can be developed accordingly. Position descriptions are only required at this time now for these 4 positions that you see. Team training provided on request. Just to make a note, it is needed to earn the President's Award. So if you are interested in going for the President's Award, you definitely want to make sure you have an up-to-date team training. If you have a newly developed team, I would highly recommend having team training. Please share your community team updates as soon as possible to me for the year 2017 so that our data is accurate at the office and we know who to call when we need to find volunteers or find some answers. Do we have any questions?
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, good. So an update on our mission delivery staff. I guess if you haven't been aware, we have changed from membership department or membership staff to mission delivery. And at the helm is Lori Mix, our director, Sandy Kane, our assistant director, customer care team, Christine Jones, who is the team lead over Erin, Paula, and Pam, or with, I shouldn't say over. She's working just right alongside them. And intake, Chris Grant. Chris does have a position I think it's part-time, working with her in the intake department, and that is all new volunteers coming through, doing their registration, the GS 101 online, and their criminal background check. So the part-time position working alongside her, it may be a seasonal one, so maybe just in the fall when we're at the busiest times. But if you know of anybody that is interested, to let Chris know. Also in mission delivery, troop support team, leading with Debbie King. And Debbie, do you want to explain your team and how your breakdown?
Sure. The way the troop support team is working is we are supporting by age levels so that we're able to connect with troop leaders by their age level, make sure that when a brand new leader comes on board, that age level troop support specialist is reaching out to them and continuing to support them through their first 90 days, and also trying to do check-ins at least 3 times a year with our current leaders so that we're reaching out to people. Our overarching mission is to be proactive, to really support our volunteers. So, like Dee Dee said, currently I'm the team lead. Linda Trust is going to be our Brownie age specialist. Sarah Riley is our junior age specialist. And then Jessie Hughes O'Leary is our older girl age specialist. We are looking for another part-time age level troop specialist to work with us, and we'd really love to be able to find somebody in the Vermont area. We're kind of balanced out in different places, so we'd love to make sure we're across our council. If you go to our council website, you can find employment opportunities, and those positions should be listed there. So if you know of someone you think would be great working in troop support, I would love to connect with them. So please share my contact information with them.
Okay, thank you. Member placement, Jesse Schweitz, Jen Fox, and Deb Hamilton, all new ladies on board, and it's great to see them and have them. Holly was helping also with member placement, our VSC in Merrimack, and she's ending her time with us, giving us all the help that we needed to get over the hump of the new system. Member placement, if you remember, if a family or a girl or adult
Sorry.
does not know for sure what troop to choose from the opportunity catalog, they can click on unsure, and then the member placement specialist will be the ones contacting them to help them through that. I believe they also keep tabs on new volunteers going through the system, and once they are through, then the troop support team takes over. Conversion team, I don't know if that's actually their time in GS USA. And we have the team lead, Sarah Hunt. Christine Yardley's on the team, and they're looking for several, I'm not sure how many, to come on board with them. Conversion team is taking interested families to the next level, so making them convert, become members. So they may be out there doing some programs, some events like the Discover Girl Scout events that we were doing in the last 2 years. And myself, working still diligently on the solution library, as well as providing you support and your community teams. And we did it.
Woohoo!
Yay. So thank you. If there's any questions, we'll still stay on a few more minutes if you have any. If you want to raise your hand and talk to us, we'll be here for a few more minutes. Thank you again for coming on, and lots of homework for us, and we're really trying hard with this new system, but we're excited about it. We think it's been going well. We hope it's going well for you and your community.
Kim and Cheryl both had hands raised, so if you want to.
Absolutely.
Oh, Cheryl put her hand down, so just Kim Ainsworth.
Okay, I have Kim. Can you, where'd your hand go, Kim? Did she leave?
I don't know, but Cheryl says she has many questions. So I think you need to raise your hand again, Cheryl, and Kim's hand is up again.
Okay. Kim, go ahead. Kim, are you there? You self-muted yourself.
Oh, are we there?
Go ahead.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, very good. I was just wondering, and I apologize if I missed this information at the beginning, when can we start using the toolkit for next year?
The toolkit for next year will go live in July. They'll give you the next year's option, and then this current membership year will be archived.
Okay. And leaders can re-register all their girls in one?
Yes.
Okay.
Kim,
very good.
Kim, also, July 1st was the date we've been given by GSUSA for the 2017 year plan. They will only be accessible if the leader has re-registered and is an approved volunteer.
Oh, okay. So that's by July 1st?
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, thank you. Any other? Yes, Cheryl. Go ahead, Cheryl.
Thanks. One of my questions, I spent today getting ready for a VSC conference in the old mode, so I apologize for being a little bit shocked. And then when I called the number and I saw that the email, it was an email, and I had to download everything. So one of my questions was how leaders will register their status. I do know that there's no 01 and 02. Do they just register as a leader? And what about the co-leader? I mean, I have many questions about how it will go. I know Sandy's coming to our meeting on May 18th, which is next Wednesday. I hope she's still coming.
She is still coming.
I haven't heard back from her. She has not replied to me whether she was coming, and I offered her she could stay or something. Anyway, so I'm unmuted, so here I am being my old Cheryl self. So where was I about that? So there's questions about that. Now, even the incentives to register now, we want everyone to register now for the fall, right? They can, if they register now in that April, it was the April 15th, was it April 15th window?
Till June 30th. Yep, they have till June 30th.
Okay, so if they register now, they'll be part of the new system, correct?
Yes.
And they don't have to do a status of 01 or 02?
No.
What happens is they pick it's the way their title is listed is a troop leader.
Okay.
And so there's no necessarily co and leader.
Okay.
It's between the leadership team to make that decision of who does what and how they work together. We don't differentiate for them now.
Okay, so, but you still need 2 adults at every meeting.
Yeah.
2 background checked adults.
Yes.
With the right GS 101, at least GS 101.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, under their belt. Okay. Yeah, I know. I mean, there's it'll be different, and it will be very different from the olden days. I was trying to adapt all the time to the various ways, and now, of course, there's a new way. So it's hard. I mean, I would love to have more volunteers in our system. We do have a few new volunteers. We have wonderful volunteers. We have outstanding volunteers, and we're growing. And I mean, things are good, but I just have some trepidations, I guess. Yes. But I know it will be good. You guys are great.
Thank you, Cheryl.
And Sandy will be there the 18th, and I'll probably be there with her too.
I've muted Cheryl so that we can continue on. And Cheryl, I know the changes, especially with technology. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. I know it's a lot, but we're all going through the bumps, and we can't. We know it's not going to be easy for all of us, but we'll do it together. But you're doing a great job. Do you see the questions?
I don't see anybody putting in more questions, and I don't see any new hands being raised.
Okay. Well, thank you again, and wish you everybody a good evening and safe spring. And I'm sure we'll be talking to one another online, and we'll schedule another teleconference or webinar. And I know you like them bi-monthly, but let me know through email if you want to, if you feel that we are good for the year, resume back in August, or if you'd like to have another one, maybe in 2 months, we can do that too. So thank you. And thank you to April. I'm sure she's gone and put Thomas to bed. And thank you, Debbie, for all your help.
Yeah, thank you, Dee Dee, for doing this. And thank you, everyone on this call. You are amazing volunteers, and without you, Girl Scouting can't happen. So thank you for everything you do to keep Girl Scouting going in your communities. So have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Yes, April. I just wanted to thank everybody again and just be patient with us. We're still working out bugs with GSUSA, but we're doing our best. So be kind to our customer care folks, and we're working out everything together.
Thank you, April. Good night.
Good night.